Hi everybody, welcome to Small Movers. Today we're going to work on our hands and our fingers. So what we're going to need is a lacrosse ball or something hard like a lacrosse ball, golf ball, tennis ball, anything that you can use to just roll out your hands, and a squishy ball. So we have plenty of these down here in the fitness center. If you don't have one, you can use, I've got like a curl sticking right in my eye. There we go. If you don't have one, you can use like a roll of socks or anything squishy that you can find, maybe a sponge or something. We are happy to deliver this right to your door if you want to use one for small movers. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna roll out our hands and our fingers using the lacrosse ball. So just make sure you have a nice surface. Take your hand and just start rolling out the palm, the fingers. Okay, we're just gonna say good morning to all of these nerves in our hands. So the reason it's so important to work on our hands and our fingers is because we use them every day, obviously, for small tasks like opening doors, tying our shoes, grabbing things, opening jars, texting on our phones, all those things. So we must take care of our hands and our fingers, and we tend to ignore them sometimes, forgetting that they actually have muscles that will atrophy. So I know a lot of us, me included, suffer from arthritis. So any kind of movement in your fingers, I'm gonna switch hands, is really beneficial. But we don't wanna do any movement or apply any pressure that's gonna cause any pain, because there's no evidence that I know of that that's beneficial. So just take it easy. You can go up on your forearm, which I like to do just because it feels good, under that wrist. We also have lacrosse balls down here if you want to borrow one. Maggie and I just keep a list. We sign up your name, what you have, what color you have, and then you can use it until we are all back together again. All right, that seems to be pretty good. So this is something you can do every day, just, giving yourself a little massage. Okay, so I'm gonna put that to the side for a moment, and we're just gonna start warming up our hands by making fists. So simple, just hold both hands, just create a fist. So you want to make sure the thumb is on the outside of your fingers, and you do not want to squeeze too hard. You just want to open those fingers, close them slowly, open them, close them slowly. 3, we'll do this about 6 times. 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do something called bend the digits. So we'll do one hand at a time. So you want to take your thumb. We'll start with the thumb, and we're just going to reach it over to the top of the palm. Bring it back. Now you want to take your index finger. Just reach it down. See if you can touch your palm. It's kind of hard. Then pull it back up. Then we'll go with the middle finger. So we're just working our way down or across all of our fingers, one at a time, trying to reach that finger down and see if you can tap it on your palm. Good. Once you go through your fingers once, let's do it again. So thumb, index, middle, ring, and pinky. You might even be feeling the muscles traveling down your wrist a little bit. One more time. Thumb, index, middle, ring, and pinky. That's difficult. So if you can't get all the way to your palm, that's okay. Just reach your fingers down towards the palm. All right, let's do our other hand. So holding it up, grab that, or reach that thumb over, then index. You're trying to keep those other fingers as straight as you can. Middle, ring, and pinky. Okay, we're gonna do that 3 times. So thumb, index, middle, ring, and pinky. One more time. Thumb, index, middle, ring, and pinky. Good. Okay. Next one is just called thumb bends. So we can do both hands at the same time. All you're going to do is take your fingers, holding them straight up, taking our thumbs and reaching it over as far as you can get. The goal is to get the thumb towards the bottom of that pinky. If you can't quite get it over there that far, that's okay. Just go as far as you can. It's a good exercise. Release. So bring it over. Try to reach towards the base of that pinky and back. We'll do this about 8 times, I guess. So 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, we're gonna make C's. So we've done this before. All right, so we're just gonna keep our hands straight. We can do both hands at the same time. Bring those fingers as smoothly as we can to form a C, fingers and thumb. And then, as smoothly as you can, back to starting position. All right, let's do that again. So smoothly as you can, bend those fingers and thumb, create that C, the most round C you can. If you're looking at your hands like mine, my left hand makes a much more perfect C than my right hand. You might find the same thing. So create a C, work on trying to make the prettiest C you can. Straighten those fingers. We'll do that one more time. Create that C and bring it back. Okay, shake out your hands. All right, we're gonna do something called thumbs up. So really simple. You're just gonna sit with your forearms on your table, thumbs are down. Just bring your thumbs, stretch them up. Keep your palms on the table. Stretch those thumbs up and then relax them down onto the fingers. Lift them, stretch them up like you're trying to reach them towards the sky. Bring them down on top of those fingers. Stretch them up, keeping those hands on the table. Bring across the fingers. Stretch it up and down. Let's do 4 more of those. So 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Okay, one more exercise with the fingers before we get into using our squishy ball. So shake those hands out. Finger lifts. So we're gonna work one hand at a time with these. Taking your hand, doesn't matter which one, pressing it down on the table, not too hard, right? We're just going to be sending our signal from here to here, trying to get those fingers to cooperate. So forearm is on the table, hand is flat on the table, fingers are spread slightly. We're just gonna lift up our thumb as high as we can get it, hold it for 2 or 3 seconds, and bring it back to the table. Now we're gonna work our way through our fingers. So index finger, lift it up as high as you can get it, hold it for 2 or 3 seconds, drop it back down. Middle finger, raise it as high as it can go. Drop it down. Ring finger. Raise it up, lift it. Drop it down. And your pinky. That one's hard for me. And drop it down. Let's start up at the thumb again. Or over. Lift that thumb as high as it can go, keeping the palm on the table. You're gonna wanna do this. Keep that palm down, lower it down. Index finger, lift it up. And drop it. Middle. And drop it. Ring. Drop and pinky. Good. Let's do it one more time. Thumb. So these are pretty simple to do on your own. If you want to jot down after we're done, just to remind yourself of some easy exercises you can do with your fingers. And ring. And pinky. Okay, other hand. Taking our other hand, placing it flat on the table, and we're going to do the same thing. So lifting up that thumb as high as we can get it, keep the palm on the table, and drop it down. And pointer finger or index finger, drop it down. Middle finger, keeping the palm on the table, drop it down. Ring finger, and pinky. I don't know about you, but the pinky one's the hardest for me to lift. Okay, let's do it again. So thumb, drop it. Index finger, make sure you're keeping that palm down. Middle, ring, and pinky. Okay, let's do that one more time. So thumb, raising it up. Index finger. Middle. Ring finger. And pinky. Okay, shake out those fists. Gosh, I miss you guys so much. I have some people that come down to say hi. It's so lovely to see your faces in person. All right. Okay, so we're gonna take and use these balls now. If you have one, that's awesome. If you have something that you can use instead of one of these, that's great. If you don't have anything, please call us down here at the fitness center. Maggie and Ira can, we'd be happy to bring it to right to your door. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is hand squeezes. So just taking the ball in one hand, wrapping your fingers around in your thumb, just gently give it a squeeze. Squeeze. We're gonna do this 8 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Other hand. And 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. You know, I know a lot of people, a lot of times therapists will give these to people for stress. If you've seen those stress balls, it's just something to do with your hands. Okay. It's another thing you can use it for in these times of quarantine. All right, finger squeeze. So keeping our fingers relatively straight, just gonna give it 4 squeezes between my thumb and each finger. So putting it between your thumb and your pointer finger, pretty much on the finger tips or pads. Let's just give it 4 squeezes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, you can either use your other hand to switch it to the next finger or just try to switch it to the next finger without dropping that ball or assisting with the other hand. Or you can, it's up to you. Ready? So middle finger, thumb. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now the ring finger. 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember not to squeeze too hard. Pinky and thumb. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's switch hands. So same thing. On this hand, fingers are relatively straight. We're going to squeeze it between the pads of your fingers. So let's do 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Middle finger and thumb. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring and thumb. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pinky and thumb. Remember, not too hard. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay? So that's called a finger squeeze. The next one is going to be a finger push. So you're going to place the ball on your table. You're going to take your fingers and your thumb. Let's see if I can turn it so you can see what I'm doing. And you're just going to push down on the ball just for maybe 3-4 seconds. Push down, release, push down, release. We'll do it about 5 times. I think this is 4. One more time. Good. You can really feel that in the fingers. So once again, try not to push it too hard. It shouldn't be hurting you. So other hand, fingers and thumb. See if I can do this so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so push it down, release, push, release. So my fingers are relatively straight. Push, release, push, release. One more time. Push, release. Good. Okay. We're gonna take and now, so we did the finger squeeze where we kept our fingers relatively straight. Now we're gonna do a finger pinch. So taking the ball between the thumb and the index finger, we're just gonna squeeze it like this with the pads of our fingers, making our fingers kind of curve, so it's more of a pinch. So for each set of thumb and finger, we're gonna do 4 squeezes. Okay, did I make sense? All right, so hopefully. Okay, so with the index finger and the thumb, let's do 4 squeezes, or pinches. All right, so here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so now let's switch it to middle finger and thumb for pinches. Ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring finger and thumb. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pinky and thumb. 4, 3, 2, 1. That one's just a teeny little squeeze because those pinkies aren't very strong. All right. Probably the least strong of all of our fingers. I don't know that for a fact, but just guessing. Okay, same thing on the other hand. All right, so thumb and index finger, we're pinching it. So I'm creating kind of like a C with my fingers and my thumb. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Middle and thumb. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring and thumb. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pinky and thumb. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Okay, so if you have one of these balls, here's something fun that you can just play around with when you're just playing around with it. You can try to roll the ball between your fingers, starting between your thumb and your index finger and trying to end up with it between your pinky and your ring finger, like this. So you hold the ball, and then without using my other hand, if I can assist if I need to. See if I can move that between my next 2 fingers. Okay, let's see if I can put that where you can see it better. And then between my next two fingers and my pinky and ring finger. If you get that far, try to reverse it. Okay, this is just working on strength and coordination of your fingers. So if you practice it, whoops, a couple times, it might get a little easier. What's nice about these squishy balls is they're a little sticky, so they don't slide off your fingers so easy. Like we have something else here. This is something you might get from a therapist. It's just really a toy, but it's a little bit slicker. So it would slip out of my fingers if I tried, just like that, if I tried to do this, practice this move. So if you want one of these balls, let us know. Okay, other hand, then you just do the same thing. Okay, just like that. Maybe you have something in your apartment you can use to play around with. All right, anyway, that was just for fun, something to try. Let's just do some massages on our hands. So shake out those fingers. So today was mostly finger strength. Flexing, straighten, good. Okay, let's give those fingers each a massage. So we start at the base of the finger and we will massage it out to the tip, base of the finger, out to the tip. Just giving our fingers a little TLC. They deserve it. They do a lot of work for us during the day. And we don't thank them enough. Okay, so base of the finger, out to the tip. Each one. Actually, works your other hand too. Okay. Then my favorite is just a little pinch. Top and bottom and side of each finger tip. Okay, you're just kind of increasing blood flow when you do that. And it feels good. All right. Okay, that's about it. So you can keep massaging your hands if you want, rub them together, get them nice and warm. They're probably already warmed up, but so thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time. Bye-bye.